Okay, so Julia, Johnny, and Sawyer, my deepest apologies. Somehow the button didn't get pressed. I thought it got pressed. The lesson today is over. What's on the board now is the answers to the scientific notation, which would be the next lesson. And these are the answers on the board to numbers 1 through 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or at least 1 through 5 on page 206 as we introduced scientific notation. We're going to review it again tomorrow, so hopefully if you read through the examples, standard form, 4,000, scientific notation, 4 times 10 cubed. I'm going to try to go fast. I only have about 3 or 4 more minutes. Notice that the scientific notation is written always with the decimal point coming after the first non-zero digit. Decimal point would be after the 4. Decimal point after the 3. And then you include the non-zero digit after that, 7.3, 6.3. Decimal point after the first non-zero digit, 4.75. After the first non-zero digit, 5.26. First non-zero digit. And then you include the non-zero digits after that. Now your job is to, since you're writing it in scientific notation, shorthand, so to speak, this would be 4 times what power of 10? It's 10 to the third, because if the decimal point was after the 4, how do you get to the standard form 4,000? You move it 1, 2, 3 places, 10 to the third. If the decimal point was after the 7, how would you get to 7,300,000? You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places, 10 to the 6th. If you move the decimal point behind the 4, how would you get back to the original standard form number? You would have to move it 1, 2, 3 to the left. So it's -3 because you're moving it to the left. We'll review that tomorrow. Yesterday's homework was numbers 13 through 20 on page 203. The correct answers are, for number 13, 1 over m to the 4th. 14, 1. 15, 9 over n cubed. 16, 1 over c to the 7th. All the bases are the same, c, c, c. Add up all the exponents, and you get -7. So what would c to the -7 be? Put it in the denominator, 1 over c to the +7. Number 17, same thing. All the bases are b. Add the exponents, you get b to the -6. So that's 1 over b to the 6th. Number 18. Just look at the z's and their powers, because number 18 could actually be written like this. 4 over 1 times z to the -2 over z to the 4th. Right? So if you look at 18 and it says 4z to the -2, you could actually write that 4 over 1 times z to the -2. Hopefully you're seeing that that would be 4 times z to the -2 over z to the 4th. So by isolating the 4 by itself, you can just concentrate on what do you do with like bases? What do you do with their exponents? You're dividing, so you subtract. -2 minus 4 would give you 1 over z to the sixth, because it would be negative 6, which makes it 1 over z to the sixth. 4 times 1. 4 over z to the sixth. That's the answer to number 18. Number 19, simply subtract exponents. It's negative 13, so 1 over a to the 13th. And number 20, what would 18 over 3 be? 6 over 1, right? 18 over 3 is 6. So you got 6 times r to the negative 6 over r to the third. Subtract the exponents, you get negative 9. So that's 6 over r to the positive 9. Again, apologies for somehow the button not being pressed. I don't know how that happened, but I had a few minutes here to try to make up for that. Kids worked on the scientific notation on page 205 and 206. That seemed to come a little easier than a negative exponents. There will not be a test Friday. Obviously, the train, we've really slowed down the train here. Got kind of caught up in depot negative exponents. So we've got to get moving again. Tomorrow we'll review scientific notation again. So your test at this point is looking like either Monday or Tuesday, and I'm probably going to go with Tuesday because of how we slowed things down here end of this week. So no test Friday. Test will be Tuesday after thorough review, Friday and Monday. Have a good day.